guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your north nodes. I'm going to get right into these. I have really great feeling energy today. And I think I'm picking up on some collective energy that just, we're getting to be in the flow. So let's jump in. Spirit, what messages do we have for Aries? Oh, let me show you. I just split the deck. Aries representing, not only is Aries representing on the other split, got Hermit energy. So we've got talking to some Aries that are really going through it, going through some soul searching. Feeling a little defensive. All right, Spirit, what messages do we have for Aries? Let's do this one more time, one more again. All right. So the 8 of Rods and the 9 of Cups. So, off and running. First two cards are current energy. The 2 of Pentacles. King of Cups. All right. They look like they're in the same background. Let me try and line these up. It's not even, but I'm going to try and line them up so it looks like, you see what I'm seeing here? I mean, obviously the cards are not lined up perfect, but if I do, it looks like, do we have some integration of our feelings, Aries? Are we learning about how these feelings have at one point maybe caused us to be wishy-washy, but coming into this knowing, this power of my feelings are not meant to throw me about. My feelings are meant to guide me. My feelings are there so I can recognize me as having feelings. Heart space, 3 of Pentacles, along with Page of Rods. So you have visions of how you want to work with other people. You know, like, I want to say, like, I lean more towards like career, but it can be relationship. A lot of people are partners in a business with their significant other, their spouse. So there's something in this heart space that is telling me I've got my motivation and my focus on what I want to see come together physically, like career, relationship, home, whatever it is, you know, because this 3 of Pentacles here with that Page of Rods is looking into the future, like that's on his mind. Like, this is on my mind. What I physically want to manifest in my reality, I now see it with the motivation. And this is heart space. So this is something that's locked in. There's that Hermit. Possible outcome. With the 7 of Swords. So I believe with this in the possible outcome, this reading tells me that with this possible outcome, and you're seeing, since you have such a clear vision, your heart does. I won't say that that's a clear vision, but your heart has these feelings, which you're now allowing these feelings. You're now seeing the feelings that are driving you into a motivation of bringing something together. That your possible outcome, these guys are both looking in the past. The Hermit is really, I want to say what's in the Hermit's lantern. This yellow that's in the lantern is the yellow that's in, it's almost like we could shrink that 7 of Swords down and stick it in the lantern. He's looking, this is a correction of past ways of thinking. So recognizing that the way I had been, the way I was going about things was very self-deceptive, leading to what's the 2 swords that get left behind, the 2 of Swords that creates that mental block. I don't know how to get out of this. And then there's that 2 of Pentacles that's in that the current energy. So it's like we've gone from a physical, like really the feelings I have are my feelings, and I'm physically taking in what I have done in the past to change that. This is a change, this is a redirection of behaviors. Because we have the Two of Swords at the end of the reading and the Two of Pentacles at the beginning of the reading. Well, we have the Seven of Swords, but I always am drawn to these two swords that get left behind in this deceptive self-thinking, in this sneaking away. Like, this is really, you can bail, sure, but you're really rethinking that. I think that whatever you're currently in that you want to change, that the new vision that you want to see come together, the new job, the new career, the new house, the new family, that whatever it is, you're really taking that in to change that behavior. You don't want to get left with the Two of Swords. Underlying energy, what you might not be aware of, it's leading to an emotional fulfillment. This is leading to the removal of self-deceptive thinking. When you're really thinking about, it used to be I just bailed. If I didn't like what my feelings were, I would just bail. And now you're really rethinking that. And then that's going to lead to emotional abundance and emotional fulfillment, something new to spring forth. So what's in this heart space can actually take flight. Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So this is really rethinking. This is rethinking a lot of different aspects of yourself. Rethinking with this Four of Pentacles right in the middle of this underlying energy. What have you been holding on to? Has it been restricting you, or has it been expanding you? What is this? This knight is looking squarely, sorry, wrong way. This knight is looking squarely at that Four of Pentacles. I'm cutting out what I no longer need, only keeping what's serving me, gleaning the necessary lessons, and moving on to emotional fulfillment, emotional abundance. That's awesome. I'm going to pull an advice card today from the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors by Alex Gray. Spirit, what advice do we have for Aries? Spirit, what advice do we have for Aries? All right, and it's the actual snapshot to the chapel. This is in the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors in New York. And that's the name of the card, Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, built by artists, a sanctuary bridging heaven and earth, a womb for gestation of the awakening human spirit, a conversation that plants a seed of liberation in the mind stream of the viewer, source of self-reflectivity and inner reflectivity, between resonant nodes of a community, mission to open the eyes of our heart and transfigure the world with compassion, jewel in the universal mind lotus, refuge for tolerance, encouragement of wild creative divinity, gift of love, the reflections on community. So, because each one of us is an individual community, our bodies are a community of cells that are all working in a cohesive unit to give us the life-bringing force that we have. And we can take that micro to the macro, and we can see that once we align ourselves with no longer doing these things, not avoiding. This is taking responsibility back, not avoiding things, but looking at them head on. Your immune system does not, half-ass when you're sick. It jumps in at full force to get you well again. And this is the same process that we're going on with ourselves first, then those around us in our immediate family and co-working situations, and then once we can cohesively use that, cohesively work in that, we take it to a global level. We start taking it to the levels of planetary evolution. And that's exactly what's going on here, is a recognition that what no longer serves me leaves me emotionally bankrupt. And being emotionally fulfilled is so important. It's not forgetting where we've come from. It's using those lessons to move us into community from within and then community without. So I hope this has helped, Aries, and I'll see you next time.